GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Wildwood. Our beach forecast shows sunny skies and gentle surf for Saturday, perfect for a boardwalk stroll. The Cape May County Zoo just welcomed a newborn zebra foal, and the Wildwoods Boardwalk just added sleek electric Volvo trams. Over to you, Jake.
The community band by the Sea performance takes place tomorrow evening on the Wildwood Boardwalk, starting at 6:30, featuring the Wildwood High School Marching Ensemble and local jazz groups.
Admission is free for all attendees, with standing areas along the promenade and reserved seating near the pavilion, and the concert is scheduled to run approximately 90 minutes.
Proceeds from optional donation boxes will support the Wildwood Youth Music Initiative, while local food trucks offering seafood and ice cream will line the boardwalk throughout the event.
Plenty of music ahead, but first we'll get started, lots to get to, so let's begin our morning together today. Good evening, Wildwoods. Today's forecast for the Jersey Shore promises bright sunshine and gentle breezes, ideal for a day on the sand. NJ 101.5 reports high temperatures in the upper 70s with low humidity and a light offshore wind keeping the water calm. Swell is expected to stay modest, producing waist-high waves that are perfect for beginners and families strolling the boardwalk. Lifeguard stations will remain fully staffed, and tide charts show a mid-morning high that should keep the shoreline safe for swimmers. Visitors can expect clear skies through the afternoon, with a slight chance of isolated showers late in the evening. With the summer tourism season in full swing, the conditions make it easy to plan a safe, enjoyable outing along the bays, beaches, and classic boardwalk attractions. Parking at popular spots like Seaside Heights and Ocean City should be plentiful early, but may fill quickly as the day progresses.
At the Cape May County Park and Zoo, staff celebrated the arrival of a newborn Grant zebra foal earlier this week. The little striped newcomer was introduced to the herd on July 17th, joining two adult zebras that have been a popular draw for visitors. Zoo officials said the birth marks the latest addition to a breeding program that has steadily expanded the herd over the past few years. Families strolling through the summer exhibits now have a fresh reason to pause, watching the foal's tentative steps and listening to the soft bleats of its mother. The zoo plans to feature the young zebra in upcoming educational talks, highlighting the species' natural habits and the importance of conservation. With school vacations in full swing, the new arrival offers an extra splash of excitement for tourists and locals alike.
On the 17th of July, a local man became an unexpected lifesaver along Cape May County's surf. Witnesses say a family of 4 was caught in unexpectedly strong waves near a popular beach. The father, who lives nearby, spotted the struggling swimmers and sprinted into the water without hesitation. He managed to pull each member back to shore, keeping the children's heads above the churning sea. Emergency responders arrived minutes later and confirmed that all were unharmed, thanks to the quick action that averted what could have turned tragic. Neighbors praised the man's calm bravery, noting how his familiarity with the coastline helped him gauge the danger. The rescued family expressed deep gratitude, describing the incident as a reminder of how ordinary citizens can make a profound difference when disaster strikes.
Drone light shows are now lighting up the Ocean City and Atlantic City boardwalks, giving summer evenings a new kind of sparkle. The synchronized displays, organized by local officials, glide above the promenade in patterns that rival traditional fireworks, but without the loud booms or smoke. Organizers say the quieter shows let families and tourists enjoy the festive vibe while keeping the shoreline calm for nearby residents. Since the start of the season, the drones have performed several nightly routines, each lasting about 10 minutes and featuring music that matches the choreography. Visitors can watch the glowing fleets from any point along the boardwalk, and the events have quickly become a popular alternative for those seeking a safe, environmentally friendly celebration. The program runs throughout the summer, adding a fresh, high-tech twist to the classic shore experience.
Last Friday, the National Weather Service confirmed a tornado touchdown near Lincoln Avenue in Cape May Point, New Jersey. The brief but intense funnel caused downed trees and scattered roof damage along the coastal road, prompting immediate warnings for residents and beachgoers in the surrounding area. Officials reported that the storm moved quickly, limiting the extent of injuries, though several people sought medical attention for minor cuts and bruises. Emergency crews have been surveying the affected streets and clearing debris to restore safe travel. Power outages were reported on a few blocks, and utility crews are working to restore service. Local officials urged motorists to exercise caution on wet pavement. The agency reminded anyone near the shoreline to stay alert for sudden wind shifts and to follow any local advisories. Authorities continue to monitor the region for further severe weather as the Atlantic summer pattern remains active. Later, we'll hear how a WWII half-track arrived at the NAS Wildwood Aviation Museum, plus more after the break. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. Up next, Jake will bring you the latest local stories you need to hear.
An M16A1 half-track rolled into the Naval Air Station Wildwood Aviation Museum today, joining its World War II exhibit. The vehicle, loaned from a private collector, sports 4 Browning machine guns and offers a tangible glimpse of wartime mobility. Museum staff say the addition will give visitors a closer look at the machinery that helped shape the conflict. Curators have set up a dedicated display area in the Lower Township branch, letting guests walk around the track chassis and see the gun mounts up close. The museum plans to keep the half-track on view for the coming weeks, expanding the range of historic pieces available. With the new piece, the museum hopes to draw more locals and tourists interested in the era's technology. Local school groups have booked tour, and veterans praised the chance to see the historic vehicle up close.
Electric Volvo trams have joined the Wildwood's boardwalk fleet, a step the boardwalk management says will modernize the ride and cut emissions. The new vehicles rolled out on May 8th and are now cruising the promenade, offering a quieter, cleaner alternative to the older diesel units. Riders can expect smoother acceleration and a reduction in exhaust fumes as the trams glide past the beachfront attractions. The addition is part of a broader push to strengthen sustainable tourism infrastructure along the boardwalk, aiming to keep the area vibrant while protecting the coastal air. As the trams continue to operate, visitors and locals alike will see the shift toward greener transportation right in the heart of Wildwood. Each tram runs on a battery system recharged each night, delivering zero tailpipe emissions and lower noise levels. The management hopes the cleaner fleet will attract visitors and set a benchmark for other seaside attractions. Let's get a look at your evening forecast with our meteorologist now.
A falling pressure field and a western jet stream are priming tonight's clear, modestly breezy Wildwood. On this date, the all-time high reached 88 degrees in 2020, a spike that rode the tail end of a regional heat wave. The all-time low dropped to 48 degrees back in 2013, when an Arctic blast pushed the Great Lakes region into a deep freeze. Normal July highs in Wildwood hover around 76 degrees, with lows near 62, so today's 77 high sits a touch above average, while tonight's low of 63 is right on the norm. The live radar is completely empty across the basin, no echoes in any quadrant. A high-pressure ridge anchored over the interior keeps the air dry and stable, while the jet overhead streams west to east at 42 miles per hour, steering any disturbance well north of us. With no moisture to work with, tonight's clear sky will persist until the next system arrives after midnight. At 6 p.m., Wildwood sits at 75 degrees under a clear sky, humidity 65%, and a light northeast breeze at 12 miles per hour. Pressure is falling, indicating an unsettled system will creep in after midnight, while the jet stream above pushes westward at 42 miles per hour, setting the stage for a cooler night. Tonight's temperature will dip to 73 by 7, then continue down to 63 before sunrise. UV index remains at 7, and the strongest wind will reach 16 miles per hour from the southeast later in the evening. No active alerts are in effect, so the focus stays on the approaching trough. Looking ahead, tomorrow repeats today's mild pattern with a high of 77 and a low of 63 under clear skies. Monday climbs to 79 degrees, but a 25% chance of rain will linger in the afternoon as a weak cold front pushes east. Tuesday brings the most moisture, overcast conditions, and a 65% rain probability, with temperatures holding at 79 for the high and 73 for the low. Wednesday clears again, though a 20% rain window remains possible, and the mercury nudges to 81. Thursday returns to a dry spell, high 77, low 70, and a quarter chance of rain. The weekend stays comfortably warm, with breezes staying below 16 miles per hour. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
Traffic's clear, the Flyers trade talk heats up, and tonight's community band by the sea performance shines, plus more. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
All major routes are flowing freely this morning. Highway 1, the Interstate, and County Road 5 are clear with travel times at normal levels. Main Street through downtown Oak Avenue and the River Road Loop show no slowdowns. No construction or accidents are reported and the city bus system is running on schedule. Looking ahead to the afternoon, keep an eye on the school zone around Wildwood Elementary once classes end, as a handful of cars and crossing students can add a few minutes. The interstate interchange with Route 9 typically sees a buildup as commuters head home, so expect a moderate queue near the on-ramp after lunch. The shopping district on Market Street also tends to get busier after the midday rush, so allow extra time if you're heading that way. Otherwise, enjoy the smooth ride and safe travels.
First up, the Wildwood Crest Christmas in July Festival and Boat Parade lights up Sunset Lake in Wildwood Crest today. With live music, magic shows, face painting, and a festive boat parade, perfect for a summer splash of holiday cheer. If you're looking to get moving, the Kelly's Kids 5-kilometer family fun walk kicks off on the Wildwood Boardwalk this morning, a safe route for kids and a chance to burn off some beach calories. Later, the community band by the sea takes the stage in Wildwood, offering a breezy set of familiar tunes that will soundtrack your afternoon stroll. For a quirky splash, the Surfing Santas roll onto the waves in Wildwood later this afternoon, a playful reminder that holiday spirit never takes a day off. Looking ahead, Thursday brings the Wildwoods Loves Waddlers Baby Waddle contest at the Convention Center, and Friday kicks off the Mid-Atlantic Yacht Racing Association Youth Regatta. Great reasons to keep the weekend going. And now here's Luke with sports.
Here's the latest on Philadelphia's teams and the ripple effects for our fans. Broad Street Hockey reports the Flyers are reportedly targeting defenseman Arbor Xhekaj to shore up a bottom pair gap, but analysts caution the move could backfire if chemistry or cap issues arise, especially with Rasmus Ristolainen's uncertain future and free agent John Carlson still in play. Phillies Nation says Philadelphia added a left-handed outfielder from Kansas City on Saturday, bolstering the lineup with a switch-hitting option as the club continues to reshape its roster ahead of the upcoming season and aims to improve depth in the outfield. Broad Street Hockey's parody column warns Flyers GM Daniel Breyer must adopt a tougher stance after the high-profile 5-year, $18 million per year offer sheet to Anaheim's Leo Carlsson, suggesting the team's aggressive moves could invite scrutiny and demand stronger roster discipline. Phillies Nation reports the club expects to activate 32-year-old right-hander Brian Keller, who missed the 2024 and 2025 seasons with injury, providing a veteran presence to the rotation as Philadelphia seeks to solidify its pitching depth. Phillies Nation notes the Phillies' winning streak ended Friday when Jesus Luzardo allowed a solo home run to Paul Goldschmidt, resulting in a 1-run loss to the Yankees despite a strong 7-inning effort, snapping the momentum built over recent games. Broad Street Hockey explores whether NHL star Connor McDavid might consider a move to Philadelphia after the 76ers secured LeBron James, highlighting the city's growing allure for top free agents across sports and the potential ripple effect on hockey's market dynamics.
St. George's Beach Outlet on the Wildwood Boardwalk is a go-to spot for sand, surf, and summer souvenirs. During the 4th of July holiday week, the shop saw a wave of shoppers, with owner Nancy Salib describing the store as swamping with customers. That surge lifted the day's register and sparked fresh optimism among boardwalk merchants who hope the momentum will carry through the rest of the season. The outlet's bright umbrellas and local-made beachwear not only draw tourists, but also keep money circulating in the neighborhood, supporting nearby cafes and street performers. It's a reminder that a single family-run shop can anchor Wildwood's summer spirit and keep the community thriving. And coming up, meet the newest striped addition at Cape May County Zoo, a playful zebra foal that's already stealing hearts.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches, no middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
On the sun-kissed boardwalk of Wildwood, just beyond the rhythm of the rolling waves, I met with the volunteers from the local chapter of the Atlantic County Food Bank, a group that will soon feel the ripple of a generous gift. Earlier this week, the Caesars Foundation announced a $150,000 grant divided among 6 nonprofit organizations that serve families, seniors, and youth across Atlantic and Cape May counties. As I watched a teenage art instructor unpack fresh supplies for a community mural project, she described how the new funding will allow a summer workshop to reach 10 additional children, each brushstroke a promise of confidence. Across the street, a senior center's garden, once a modest plot of tomatoes, will blossom into a shared herb garden, thanks to a small grant that covers soil and seedlings. The excitement was palpable, a reminder that when resources flow, the whole neighborhood breathes a little easier. Tonight, the story is simple. Generosity finds its way to the places that need it most, and Wildwood feels that warmth.
In the soft glow of a late morning sun over the wide stretch of boardwalk, families are spilling onto the sand at the Wildwoods. Parents spread blankets beside toddlers who chase gulls, while retirees stroll with walking sticks, all sharing the same open-air playground that has become a hometown treasure. This week, USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards named the Wildwoods Free Beachfront the top beach in New Jersey for the 3rd year running, a distinction that feels like a community hug. I watched a local surf instructor hand a bright orange board to a 9-year-old who had never tried a wave before. Moments later, the child's grin widened as the board lifted him on a gentle swell, his laughter echoing over the water. The award is more than a headline. It validates the simple, family-friendly vibe that draws visitors from across the state, each one leaving with sand between their toes and a memory of sunrise over the Atlantic. It reminds us that the best places are those where people come together, unhurried, to enjoy the ordinary magic of a day at the beach.
Thank you, Wildwood, for joining us on the local sunset. Tonight's reminder of our brave neighbor who pulled a family from the Cape May surf really showed the spirit of our community. We'll be back tomorrow with more stories that matter to you. Until then, stay safe and enjoy the night.